Hey guys, it's Kasara, and today I'm going to be doing my July week 4 reading vlog. So it is Sunday, July 26th, and I've had a really great reading month so far. I found tons and tons of books that I absolutely love, and I'm really excited to continue on with it. I got 1 week left on this fantasy TBR. I'm just really excited to continue on with some of these books. As always, I'm going to be starting out with the books that I'm currently reading. So the first book that I'm reading is Jade City by Fonda Lee. I'm not super far into this. I'm right there, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like the little bit that I've read of it, I'm really enjoying it. Mind you, I'm on night shift right now, so like when I come home in the afternoon, I'm like really tired because I woke up at like 1 a.m. to go to work. I picked this up today and I was just like not tired at all while I was reading it. Mind you, I was drinking a cup of coffee at the time, but like usually I'll come home, I'll drink a cup of coffee and then like still like want to go straight to sleep. But while I was reading this book, I wasn't actually tired. So I feel like this book could be the cure to my afternoon nap syndrome, because like when you're on night shift, afternoon naps are not actually naps. They turn into like 3-hour long naps instead of like the 20-minute naps that you're supposed to take in the afternoon. So I just can't go to sleep at all and just wait and go to sleep at like 6 o'clock instead. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really excited for this. I love the world building in this so far. Mind you, I'm not super far into it. Just the idea of Jade as like something that brings power and like prestige to people, I think is really cool. Just the vibe and feel of this book so far, I've been really enjoying. I've been really into Asian inspired fantasy also, so that might be part of it, but I am really enjoying this and I'm really excited to continue on with this one. This is going to be like my main priority this week and I'm really excited for it. I also decided to pick back up Memories of Ice by Steven Erikson. I'm super close to the beginning in this one as well. Right there. I don't know if I'm going to make any progress on this today because I am really tired right now, or even until like Thursday, because when I'm tired, this book makes me sleep more. This is actually on my August TBR, so I don't plan to finish this until like mid-August or so, but I am excited for this. I've just had Malazan on the brain recently, and I'm excited to dive back into the story. And lastly, earlier today, I finished an audiobook, so I needed to start a new one, so I decided to pick up The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. So I've been hearing amazing things about this book, and I just needed something that wasn't fantasy for a little bit. I needed a little bit of a palate cleanser because I've been reading just so much fantasy this month. So I am right about there right now, and so far I'm enjoying this. This is about a pair of twin sisters who are black, but one lives her life as a black woman, but since they're very light-skinned, the other one moves away and she kind of passes as white, and it's kind of like how their lives are different. I haven't gotten super far into it yet, so I will have more for you when I get further into it, but so far I'm enjoying this one as well. Monday, July 27th. Today, I took a nap after work, so I slept from like 12:30 to 2. I feel so refreshed right now. I'm just so ready for the day, but I have to go to sleep in about an hour in order to wake up in time for work tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. I got my turmeric ginger tea here. It doesn't really help to sleep. It just helps me wind down a little bit when I drink my tea and read a book. So that's what I'm gonna continue doing after this clip while I continue reading Jade City by Fonda Lee. I'm really enjoying this so far. I've read like 3 or 4 more chapters. I'm right here now, so it doesn't look like a lot in here, but like I have been getting a lot more reading done this week than I have last week, and I'm so excited for this. So far it seems like the 2 main characters are Hilo and Lan, who are brothers, but like Lan is the pillar, the leader of their clan, and Hilo is the horn, who is like the leader of the warriors. He still like answers to Lan, but there's just so much going on here. I love Hilo as a character, by the way. He's kind of like rugged warrior kind of character, but like he's definitely a little rash at times, and I like that. And then Lan, he thinks things through a lot more, but he's also really insecure, and he has a little bit of an interesting history that I'm really excited for. I'm loving everything about this book. Like this is potentially a new favorite of mine, but like I said, super really in the beginning right now, but as everything that I've read from this book so far, I'm absolutely loving. I've made a bit more progress on The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. I'm like right about there now. I've been listening to this one on audio, which is why I'm getting through it a lot faster. Like I'm not even trying to get through this book, but I'm getting through it. It's really interesting. I'm really enjoying this. It's about twins Stella and Desiree. Stella has been able to pass herself off as white. It's historical fiction, so it's back when like white people and black people were very segregated. I'm really enjoying this because Stella, like the entire time I'm reading her section, I'm just like, Stella, what are you doing? Why? Why are you lying to everyone in your life? I mean, I understand why, but I'm just like so angry at her sometimes with some of the choices that she makes and some of the things that she does. And then their daughters. Oh, their daughters are so precious. I love their daughters, and just with some of the interactions, they're just really frustrating me, especially Stella. Like, I can completely understand her motivations and everything for what she does, but it's still like, it irks me and it frustrates me, and I'm loving this book too. I'm really, really loving this one as well. I don't know if you guys can hear that rain, but it's really loud right now. So it's Tuesday, July 28th, and I just finished The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. I really enjoyed this. I don't think I liked the ending as much as like some other parts in the book. Like, I felt like I wanted the ending to be a little bit more profound than it was, but I enjoyed what happened in the ending. But I really, really loved some aspects of this book. It definitely brings out things that you wouldn't really think of necessarily, and it has a lot of things that I feel like are still very relevant, even though it's set in a historical setting. A lot of the ideas and things that it talks about while being grounded in history are still very relevant today, which I really, really enjoyed that aspect of it. Also, I feel like the characters are not necessarily all likable characters, especially Stella. I feel like Stella's character was just perfect in this book. I absolutely loved her, even though like she did things that was just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why? Even though like you could understand why she was doing it, it still like really annoyed me. I think she was probably my favorite part of this book. I really, really enjoyed this, and I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. Since I finished that audiobook, I needed to start a new audiobook, so I started A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula Le Guin. So I don't know what it was about this book that I was kind of like, I'm not sure if I want to pick it up or what's going on, because I feel like this book has a lot of lukewarm reviews, especially like with modern readers and on BookTube specifically, but I'm really enjoying this a lot. I think it's just like maybe the setup of the book. Also, I really, really like the audiobook. The audiobook narrator is just perfect. He just like jumps in there and has these like action sequences and these emotional heights that I absolutely love. And I love the setup of this book. It's about a wizard. Like, it's right there in the title, but for some reason I didn't expect there to be as much magic in this book as there is, and there's a lot of magic, and it makes me really happy, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm actually pretty good way into it now. Like, that's about a good 40%. It's a really short book, mind you, so that's probably why, but I have the rest of the series like in the bind-up format, so I might read that. If not, probably not this week, and I have a lot of things that I'm planning to read next month, but before the end of the year, there's a good chance I'm going to continue on with the series if I end up liking this book as much as I think I'm going to, because I'm really enjoying it right now. I feel like it's just kind of tuned towards my tastes, so that might be why also. It's been a while since I've read a good wizard book, and I think this is just what I needed. Okay, so it is Friday, July 31st, and I should have checked in with you guys yesterday, and I didn't, but I was just like not in the mood to like vlog or really do anything. I did not do anything yesterday, even though I should have. I did manage, however, to finish A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula Le Guin. I was listening to the audiobook, and I really loved the audiobook. The audiobook narrator for this book is brilliant. I love the audiobook narrator. He definitely made it feel very, very action-packed. And one thing I will say about this book, I feel like the magic is just way more prominent and well depicted than I expected. I think part of it is just like magic in most books that I read, or at least most books that I've read recently, aren't as obvious as what's in this, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I like the magic being so obvious and so out there, and I enjoyed that. I should have realized that it was gonna be like that because this is about a wizard, and like most of the books I've read now are like political fantasy books, which just like magic is very like, ooh, does it actually exist? Maybe magic is gone for the world, and maybe just like little hints and clues of magic. But like this one, like it's just like magic right off the bat. I enjoyed that. I don't think I like the plot as much. Like, it's really short, so there's not that much to it. So I do think I'm gonna continue on with the series. I feel like this has a lot of potential for me to love it, and I do think I like Ursula Le Guin's writing, which is good because I have a lot of other books by her that I really want to read, quite a few like sci-fi books that I want to read by her, so I'm excited for that. But I only gave this one 4 stars, which is, you know, like still a really good rating. Though I will say I did expect to like this book a little bit more than I did. I also made a good bit of progress on Jade City by Fonda Lee. I'm right about there now. I am loving this book so much. I love that the setup of the story is following like a group of siblings. They're adults, but like it's two brothers and a sister, and it's so great. It's very political, but there's a lot of action. I love how the magic works in here, and I like just like some of the cultural things that are happening in this. It's so good. I love everything about this book right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I did decide to pick up the audiobook for this because I do want to finish it in time for it to go onto my July reading wrap-up. I don't think I'm gonna finish it today, even though today's the last day of July. I am right there, which is like around the 50% mark. It's about the 40% mark, to be honest, but I think by the end of the day, I'll be closer to like over here, but that's still like not done with the book. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one as I did with Tigana. Like Tigana, I read like 90% of it in May, so even though I finished it on like July 2nd, I still put it in my May wrap-up. I'm gonna do the same thing with Jade War. Like, I'm gonna read at least 80% of this book in July, so it deserves to be my July wrap-up instead of my August wrap-up. So that makes me a little sad that I know I'm not gonna finish it before the end of the month, but like, it's okay. I don't wanna rush a book that I'm really enjoying just to finish it by some arbitrary deadline. Saturday, August 1st. I'm gonna post this video today, but yesterday I finally got the library book for Avatar The Last Airbender, The Lost Adventures, which is part of the comic series for the Avatar The Last Airbender series, but they're like short stories that are like cutouts from the TV show, so they're like stories that were written for the TV show, but were never included. I enjoyed it. It was okay. I think most of them were like, you know how the TV show has like comical asides during the story? Well, most of them were kind of like that. They were kind of like the comical asides for the Avatar The Last Airbender series, which was fine. I didn't have an issue with it. They weren't my favorite part of the TV show, so I enjoyed it. I think it's great for fans. I think fans will love seeing these parts. For me, they honestly weren't that amazing. There were some short stories I really liked, and there were some that I was just kind of like really bored by. So I ended up giving that 3.5 stars. Still pretty good, and of course, I love the Avatar The Last Airbender franchise. But we have to talk about Jade City by Fonda Lee. This book is so different than I was expecting it to be. I'm right here now, so not as far into it as I planned to be today, but that's mostly because I didn't really get around to reading this book yesterday because I got sidetracked by Avatar The Last Airbender, but I did get to this later that night, and wow, things happened that I was not expecting. This book is going in a completely different direction than I expected it to go in, but I'm loving it so much. Like, this book is like a cross between Crazy Rich Asians, The Sword of Kaigen, and The Poppy War. Maybe not The Poppy War, more like The Dragon Republic, but I love everything about this right now. Like, probably one of my new favorite books of all time. I know I said that a lot this month already, but this month just had so many good books that I picked up, and I'm loving this. I already ordered the second book in the series, Jade War. It's on its way to me, so even though my August TBR is huge, ginormous, I'm probably gonna get to Jade War during August as well because I cannot put this down right now. I'm not gonna rush through it. Like, I'm gonna let myself have like the next couple of days to read it, but I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I say that I'm gonna give myself like the next couple of days, but watch, it's gonna be finished by like tomorrow night because like I'm loving this so much and I can't put it down right now. So I feel like I had a pretty good reading week. I finished like 3 things and I've made like significant progress on Jade Cities. I feel like this was a very productive reading week and I've really enjoyed it so far. Really quickly, before I go, I do have a little bit of channel updates. You may have noticed that I haven't been posting any bonus videos anytime soon because I'm not gonna be posting bonus videos anymore, and I'm also gonna be reducing my reading vlogs every month. So right now I do about 4 to 5 reading vlogs a month, which is kind of a lot. So I'm gonna be reducing that down to 2 reading vlogs a month. And because I'm not doing bonus videos, the other 2 to 3 slots of the month that I would normally post reading vlogs, I'm gonna be posting book reviews instead, because previously all of my bonus videos were basically book reviews. But posting more than 4 videos a week is actually very difficult, and I'm gonna have a very busy end of the year, so I'm just not gonna have time for it. I hope you guys are not sad that there's gonna be less reading vlogs, but hopefully I can do a little bit more with the reading vlog that I do post. So that's all I have for you guys today. I post videos on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so consider subscribing. And if you want to be notified as soon as I upload, you can click that little bell icon. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to support my channel. All social media links are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.